law that sends home the prejudice. A law that doesn't prosecute the gay soldier who fights for equality with no problem, but prosecutes the straight soldier who fights against it. Or perhaps that was a bit spun. To be fair, it sends home the straight soldier who fights for some freedoms, for some equalities, but not for the equality of the gay. He is the one, or she is the one, under this new proposition, who will be discharged for disrupting the military. If you are not committed to perform with excellence as a United States soldier because you don't believe in full equality, go home. If you are not honorable enough to fight without prejudice, go home. If you are not capable of keeping your oath to the armed forces to defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, and I will bear true faith and allegiance to do the same. Unless there's a gay soldier in my unit, then go home. Moreover, if you serve this country, is it acceptable to be a cafeteria American soldier? Can you choose some things from the Constitution to put on your plate, but not others? A buffet, perhaps. I'm not talking about citizens. We have the right to grieve, to protest. We have a right to this rally. I'm talking about soldiers. Should the military be allowed to treat constitutional rights like a cafeteria? No. In the military, is it acceptable? Is it acceptable to be a cafeteria American? What I mean to say is, should soldiers and the government be able to pick and choose what we are fighting for in the Constitution? Or who we are fighting for? I wasn't aware of this ambiguity in our Constitution. I thought the Constitution was ultimate. I thought equality was non-negotiable. And let's say if the government can pick and choose who they are fighting for, as exemplified in laws like Don't Ask, Don't Tell, shouldn't we as Americans be made aware of this imbalance? Shouldn't it be made clear? Shouldn't it be made clear to the citizens of this country before we go to war? Shouldn't I be made aware ahead of time that some of us are just not included in that fight? We're going to war for you, and you, and you, and you, and you, but not you, because you're gay. You can risk your life. You can risk your life for this war, for this country. But in the end, you're not fighting for yourself. You're fighting for us. You're fighting for straight people. You're fighting. You are not included. You are not included when we say equal. You're not even fully included when we say freedom. I'm here today in this park in Maine to say that if the Senate and the President are not going to repeal this Don't Ask, Don't Tell policy, perhaps they should be more clear with us about who the military is fighting for. Who our tax dollars are supporting. And ultimately, how much does the prime rib cost? Because I thought this was an all-you-can-eat buffet. This equality stuff, I thought equality meant everyone. But apparently, for certain value meals, for certain civil rights, I have to pay extra because I'm gay. I'm allowed to stand in line next to other men and women. I'm allowed to get shot at and shoot a gun to protect myself and my nation. But when it's time to order my meal, when it's time to benefit from the freedoms of the Constitution that I protect and I fight for, I have to pay extra. I shouldn't have to pay extra. I should have the ability, the opportunity, the right to enjoy the same rights, the same piece of meat that my fellow soldiers, fellow straight soldiers, already have included in their meal of rights. It's prime rib, it's the same size, it's the same grade, the same cut and wholesale cost, and it's in the Constitution. My name is Stephanie Joanne Angelina Germanata. I am an American citizen. To the Senate, to Americans, to Senator Olympia Snow, Senator Susan Collins, both from Maine, and Senator Scott Brown of Massachusetts. Equality is the prime rib of America. Equality is the prime rib of what we stand for as a nation. And I don't get to enjoy the greatest cut of meat that my country has to offer. Are you listening? Shouldn't everyone reserve? Shouldn't everyone deserve the right to wear the same meat dress that I do? Repeal, don't ask, don't tell. Or go home! Go home!